You're listening to She's the Business podcast, and today I'm going to share with you one word that will change your marketing results forever. Stay tuned, it's coming right up. All right, so what is this one word, you're asking me? I'm going to share it with you in just a moment, but before I do, I want to preface it with this. It's part of a very commonly used phrase, something you will absolutely have heard of before, but we're going to swap one word in it. So when you hear it, I don't want you to go, oh, I've heard about this before, and get out of there. Because once we've swapped out the word for the new word that I want to replace it with, then I'm going to share with you why and how this works when we apply it to your marketing strategy. So we're actually going to go through 5 different aspects of your marketing, and I will explain why this is so important to have this one word change in how you approach it and what it means for you, so that by the end of this episode, you're going to go away with completely changed perspective over your marketing, what you should be focusing on, what you shouldn't be focusing on, and how to really leverage the time and effort that you're putting into doing the marketing. And this is the same, whether you are doing it yourself or if you outsource to someone else. You do not want to be paying someone to be faffing around creating stuff that's not working. So listen in, learn what you need to know so that you can improve, so that you can have very highly effective marketing and be working for you, and stop wasting your time or your money on ineffective stuff. All right. That's the pep talk, because I know that there'll be some people who just decide to move forward, press the forward button to the next episode, if they think that they know this already, but I guarantee that you haven't heard this before. So anyway, let's get into it. The phrase that I am referring to is the phrase that we have heard before called quality over quantity. Now, it's a great phrase. It has some good meanings, but there's a word in there I want to change. When we change this one word, it is a game changer. So we're going to swap the word over for before. Now, the new phrase becomes quality before quantity. Why is this so important? Why would I be spending a whole episode talking about this? Well, let's find out right now. Starting at the very top of your marketing funnel, if you know the general funnel, we start off at the top with audience, then leads, then clients, or traffic leads, clients, whatever you want to say. So at the top, we have the audience. Now, when we apply quality before quantity to audience, what does that mean? Well, it means when you're focusing on getting quality people into your audience, isn't that 10 times better than a large audience with high quantity, but of people who are not engaging, who are not the right people for your business, who are literally just vanity metrics on your accounts? Think about that. It's really easy to see straight away when you focus on quality, getting quality in. Then once you have the quality, you've nailed it, you're attracting the right people, then grow it. Then you start scaling, then you expand, then you get more people in who are similar to them. But when you skip the quality and go straight to quantity, like so many people warrant to do, that's what they tend to go, I need to get this big audience, and they go gangbusters trying to attract loads and loads of people in. But then they find they've got this really poor quality audience, even though they've got thousands of people in there. It's not doing anything for them. So that is completely pointless to focus on quantity first. Let's go to the next one, leads. So the next phase in your marketing funnel, leads. What happens when we apply this quality before quantity? Yes, we want to be having the kind of leads who are the right people for your programs, for your services. They are going to turn up, they're going to engage, and they're going to buy. If you're focused on quality before quantity, then you should be seeing really high percentage conversion rates, which means the time you're spending on those leads, whether you're jumping on a sales call or whether you're in the DMs talking to them or following them up, wherever you're deciding to do your lead generation and your sales, you're actually spending really valuable time that's going to convert into clients. When your leads are poor quality, they're the type who ghost. They book a call and never turn up. They're the kind who start a conversation in the DMs and then just go quiet. They are also the kind who might take your time on a call trying to get loads of information with zero intention of signing up with you. Okay? You want to be avoiding that. It's a complete waste of your time to be spending them on people who have no intention, no commitment. They're not invested in themselves and their business, whatever it is that you're helping them with. They're not invested in it enough to even bother having a conversation about how they can improve. So, poor quality, right? Focus on quality first. Then once you've got the quality, clearly that's going to be helping you, then you turn them into clients, which is revenue for your business and profits. When you have that happening, then you're going to be able to scale and expand and focus on more quantity of those leads, because suddenly you're going to have the funds, the surplus funds and the profit to be able to pay for support in order to free up your time. Now let's apply this to clients. Why do we want quality clients over quantity? Well, can you imagine the difference between having a business that has a high quantity of clients that are low quality, high maintenance, painful, complaining, people who don't get back to you, who don't do the things by the times that you've asked them for? That turns into a business that is very, very hard to run, not fulfilling, not efficient, not effective. And all those profits that you think that you're gaining when you sign them on get eaten away by the back end admin. I have seen this time and time and time again with my clients when they've been accepting clients of their own who, we'll label in the low quality space. It's not that they're low quality people. It's just that they are not the right fit for you, for the person who's providing the service. They're not committed. They really aren't in it. They're not invested in it. So you ideally don't want to be attracting that sort of client, do you? Let's attract ones we would classify as high quality. That means, yes, they are committed. They're going to show up. They're going to put in the effort to help get the result, because it isn't just a one-man show. They don't just pay you and you make it all happen. They always have a part to play in it. It's their business. It's their life. You can't do their push-ups for them. If you're any sort of life coach, health coach, or a coach of any type, really, it's not your job to do the push-ups for them. And that's the analogy. You can't build their business for them. You can't build their social media accounts, their brand. You can guide and you can show them the way and show them some great things to do, give absolutely amazing advice. But the fact is, they're going to have to take the action. So you want people who are prepared to take action. How many times have I seen someone who, they kind of initially feel like they are committed. They might sign up for something, might even pay, and then they don't log in. They don't even take the first few steps. Other times, and this has been an experience that I've had, where sometimes people will sign up for a program and then never show up, never ask any questions, never do anything. I'm like, how are you going to learn? How are you going to actually get what you need if you're not even taking the first moment to get in there and then ask questions? If you're going to stay in your bubble and never seek support, then you're going to remain in that bubble inside your own head with the same thoughts going round and round and round. And you're going to end up in exactly the same place as you are right now, because your current context creates your results. What you have inside is what is reflected outside. So if you're never going to get anything new coming in because you're not speaking about it, you're not seeking any shift, then how do you expect to have a change in the external? It is almost impossible. Now let's get back to quality before quantity. So you can tell already, quality clients before quantity of clients. If you've got a high quality group of clients, then adding more quality clients is going to be only a great thing for your business. So it's really what we want to master first. Now let's head over to what I call your marketing tactics. So the actual activities that you're doing for marketing, this absolutely applies there. We'll take your short form content first. So your social media platforms, whether you're on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, doesn't really matter. Think about quality before quantity. What's the point of churning out 5 reels a day or whatever, the current gurus are saying that you need to do, 5 posts and whatever else. What's the point of doing that if the quality is low? Because if the quality is low, people are not going to engage in your content. Now, I'm not saying, because some people will mishear me in this, I am absolutely not saying that it has to be professionally produced, as in it has to be super shiny, everything perfect. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm referring to when I talk about quality content. I'm talking about you're saying something that matters. It's not just fluff. Like, it's not, I've got a business here and I'm posting cat memes. Like, cat memes, low quality content, unless you have a business that's got something to do with cats. Like, it's completely irrelevant. It might be fun and engaging for your audience, but it is not quality content. It's not doing anything for you in terms of client attraction. So quality, think about the quality. It's so much better to post 1 post a day that is a literal perspective shifting, belief busting piece of content that someone goes, wow, that was amazing. They're going to forward it to other people. They will share it. They might save it for themselves for later. Than having 5 posts that are just like, blah, whatever. I've heard that before, or it's just bog standard, or it's, AI generated waffle. Because, yes, AI, as great as it is. And I think this is probably the why this conversation is important right now, because we've all got our hands on our AI and we're loving how it's speeding stuff up for us, which means that it's enabling you to have a high quantity of content because you don't have to literally write every word yourself anymore. However, the danger and the little warning sign on that is, please don't use it to the point where you are not doing that quality assurance check before you're posting. It is not great to suddenly increase your quantity if the quality has taken a dive. And as well as you can train your AI, you might read it at first glance and think, oh, this sounds really great. Take a break, come back and have another look at it before you post it. Like, is it really great content, or is it actually kind of just what I call waffle? Like, what I see often that's come out of AI, and I get it in my inbox. People send me podcast pitches all the time. They've generated a pitch through AI. I'm like, it's sounding like, there's a bit of energy and whatever there, and they've obviously told their bot to produce an output, but it's all very surface level stuff. Like, once you look at it, and you don't just glance at it very quickly, once you actually really look at it, you can see that this has not been created by someone intentionally. It's not been created by a human. It's been created by a bot who, let's face it, it's accessing a whole lot of general information out there. So the more stuff we take that AI produces, the more you're just going to end up sounding like everybody else. It's got the same energetic signature as what everybody else has. And in fact, the AI stuff is kind of starting to be proven through neuroscience. It doesn't have an energetic signature because it hasn't been created by an energetic being. AI is not a being. It is computer programming. So when you create your own stuff, it has your energetic signature on it. And that is far more powerful, far higher ability to engage your people than anything that has been produced by a bot. And we're going to see more and more evidence of this. You'll probably start to notice that yourself. Having said that, I'm not against AI. I love it and definitely use it for specific things. It's all in how you use it. Now let's look at your long form content, and we're looking at quality that was the word we're changing. Quality before quantity. So imagine the difference when you take your time to really master the art of whether it's writing blogs, producing podcast episodes, or even producing, videos for YouTube, that longer form content that sticks around. When you take the time to produce a quality piece, like it's actually thought leadership, not just fluffy words on a topic, you are going to reap the benefits of that piece for years to come. There are blogs that I wrote way back in 2017 that are still getting indexed on Google. I'm still getting traffic to my website because of that blog, because it is a quality piece. It wasn't just written quickly. Back then there was no AI writing it for me, but it was actually really thought through a topic, and I spent a little bit of time on it. I still spend time on my blogs now. So even though I've got a system in place that helps me to generate more content in less time, I still, instead of just posting a blog that's come out of, for instance, a podcast episode, I repurpose that content into a blog, but I still take the time to go through and go, is this something that's exciting me? Is this interesting? Is it hooking me in? Am I wanting to keep reading? Am I wanting to consume more? If the answer is no, then there's zero point posting it. It's not just about having the content there. It's not just like, I'll post a blog for SEO purposes. Well, yeah, the point of the SEO is so that someone can find it when they search. But if they find it and read it and go, well, this is just blah, like it's low quality, they're off. They're already back. They've pressed the back button. They're back on the Google search. They're looking for something else. The quality matters. It matters far more than the quantity. You don't need high quantity of anything, audience, leads, content, in order to have a successful, highly profitable business, high earning business. There are many 7-figure business owners that have got audiences under 10,000 people. You do not need it. You also don't need thousands of blog posts or all of these things in order to have success. What you do need is the quality, because it's going to stand out from the mass and sea of low quality stuff that's out there that people are churning out faster than ever before. And they're forgetting about this one important thing. It's like, who cares about this? Well, we care if we're consuming it. We really do care. And people have got a far keener eye and ear for quality now than they ever did before. So they'll be gone faster than you can say Jack Robinson. If I don't know where that came from. I was like, that's what my mum and dad used to say to me when I was a kid, and I couldn't think of a more modern phrase. But anyway, let's use that one. They will just be gone if you haven't focused on the quality. So quality before quantity. Master the thing, get it to the point of it is quality and you're producing quality. Create a system around it, because that's what enables you to then scale with quantity and not lose quality along the way. So quality before quantity. You want to get that standard where this is a quality piece and it's working, and then you amplify, right? So how do you think now about your marketing? That one word, how much has that changed for you in how you're looking at what you're doing? I hope that now you're taking away the insight that I don't need to stress about putting out 5 reels a day. I can take a breath and chill. Let's focus on, even if it's 1 a day, doing something that's high quality. If you've got the time to do 1 a day. If you don't, great. How often can you put out a quality piece? When my clients are with me in Business Jam, we're figuring out what their sales system is going to look like. What are the elements that they're going to be using at the top of the funnel to build their audience? What will they use in the middle funnel to gain leads? And what are they going to use for their sales? For me, the important thing is, well, what is it that you can commit to that's going to feel easy and that you can be consistent with? There's no point going, I'm going to post 5 reels a day, doing it for a week and then being totally burnt out and then stopping. Create a system that actually is going to work for you, right? Whatever platform you're on, it doesn't really matter. There are going to be some that are a better fit for you than other people. And please don't have the grass is always greener on the other side, because no matter which one you choose, you'll hear someone else saying, oh, I'm over here and, I'm blowing up on Threads and I'm making all this money over here on Threads. Yeah, they might be. That doesn't necessarily mean that it is the place to make money and no one's making money anywhere else. Every platform, there are people who are using it and utilizing it to the best of their ability, creating the quality stuff that suits that platform. And that's why it's working for them. It's not the platform. It's because they've got the intention and they're putting the time and effort into mastering it there. So that's just a little added bonus tip I've added on there for you. But I cannot say this more or stress it more than I have already. The quality before the quantity. If you try to scale too quickly, too soon, and with absolute rubbish, you're going to burn yourself out, burn your business to the ground. And it's not going to be pretty. It'll be really painful, really frustrating. And, generally you're going to end up back at square one, starting again. Let's not do that. Let's just go, hey, I spend a bit of time figuring out the quality piece, how to do it, and then scaling is so much easier because you know what you're doing, you know how it works, you know that it's working for you already. Now let's create a little bit of structure and system in place so that it becomes less onerous on you. It takes your time away because it can function more like a machine, and that actually is what enables you to bring in support and that you don't have to be doing everything yourself. So when you have that structure, it frees you up. It enables your business to then grow. And that's it. It really can be that simple. So anyway, I will be back again next week with another episode for you. Can't wait to chat then. I'd love to hear from you. If you've enjoyed this one, reach out, let me know what's the one takeaway thought you have from listening to this today? What are you going to change or do in your business now that you weren't doing before? Talk soon. Bye. Are you struggling to find quality clients these days? Well, in this world of instant gratification and abundance of AI-produced content, it may be feeling harder than ever to attract the sort of clients who really value your expertise, are ready to show up, ready to commit and invest in getting the results that they actually want. But it's not just about guessing, and it's not about just creating more content hoping that something sticks. There is some specific things that you can do and need to have in your business in order to attract those sort of clients. And I'm sharing them with you in my training, my free training called The Magnetic Formula. So go and grab yourself a seat for this free class and let me show you what are these 5 key things you need to have in your business so that you end up with a stream of committed, high quality clients who are ready to invest, who help you have a very thriving, flourishing business that earns you over 6 figures a year, and you do it all in very easy part-time hours. Head over to jessicaosborne.com/TMF or drop below into the show notes, click on the link and grab yourself a seat for this free training while it still exists. I'll see you there.